From BX till Brooklyn. From BX till Brooklyn. From BX till Brooklyn. We get it on, no shit, man. And I'll be back on track. Yo, I think we're back on the track. Uptown, so let me where the Bronx at? Is New York in the house? Say what now?
Bronx, Manhattan, Staten, Queens, and Brooklyn. It's the remix. Where the Bronx at back? Bronx, Manhattan, Staten, Queens, and Brooklyn.
Word, I'm on my NY shit. NY baby with my NY bitch. New York. Word, I'm on my NY shit. BX Bronx, get it NY. New York.
The king of swag zone. You pawns gotta check me. David is right, you ain't seen New York till you met me. Ray ass like Jose, you get me? But overall, I'm a good fella. So don't test me, haters, just don't do it. You Patrick ass niggas, I will never let you in. Dominican and my Spanish is so fluid. So what I got that beat Dewsbury is you doing? I'm on this corner like it's 89. This that New York swag that had knives in that state of mind. You shake spines if you lame strive, but your wide clap niggas keep yelling if you hate I.
And I'm so NYC, here's that Prince of the Bronx, baby, NY's me. That's right. And it's that NY remix, Empire State, because it's his first six, okay? From uptown down to Harlem, jumping on the west side, headed to the garden. I got my swag on track, can't fit it to the left, is that why on my chest? Yes, cause word upon the hate shit change. They call me BX like a 2-4 on that 6 train. And I'll be back on track, New York. This is the remix track, like word. I'm on my NY shit, NY baby with my NY bitch. New York. Word, I'm on my NY swag.
Let's go.
BX Bronx, get it NY fast. New York.
Street corner. Let's go. New York. 750 out with the stash box. Swag by the bricks, I'm opening up a swag spot. Let's go. These rappers starting to bore me. And the Yanks still won they ticket without Tory. 5-star shorty, we ain't never been defeated. And I always stay fly like a fly frequent. I ain't nothing but a crown holder. We get it poppin' like a Thursday at Mimosas. I bring the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Harlem out. Brad Pigs, LG, and Street Corner out. I got swag, nigga, use yours. Even out of town, they playin' that song New York.
Why swag so fire, we did it 2 times. It's 2 times, y'all niggas gon' let my crew shine. Me and a few of my niggas be on the field. I know you plan on biting my swag, nigga, it's shoot time. My shit tight, Michelle Fife in the cats. Jackie joining the tracks, medium on the fat. Hit him in the jaw with the gun and knock out his back. To get my pockets looking like Eddie Murphy in the fat suit. It's kinda nutty how I want my wallet puffy like Biggs, man. I'm willing to deal with the problems if they can. Money swag surfing, I'm swag swerving. Me and Blackberry curving, y'all niggas still shirts.
Word, I'm on my NY shit. NY baby with my NY bitch. New York. Let me take my suit jacket off real quick. They think I'm new around here. Queens representative, forever I will always be. Isn't it evident? My flow, 3 letters, OMG. What's that? Who am I? Let me introduce. I'm flawless, the jumper cables when tracks need a boost. Don't listen to rap, still a weak excuse. I'm a pop star, so they ask, what is he confused? No, just my alter ego has different views. I can walk the walk in sneakers and the shoes. I'm a problem, hazard, simple mathematics. I don't gotta add and divide to know your average. OZ gave me the heat, so I'ma smash this. Hope you got insurance for the beat, cover this in.
I'm damaging every beat I'm giving. I'm at my peak with this lyric spitting, making it hotter than Hell's Kitchen. I'm swell spitting with these swagger flows. I'm steadily bagging hoes by the way the cuffs is on top of Zapatos. I'm never boring, keep the crica calling home until the morning. Conquistador and chicas until the people roaring. I'm steady warning if you ain't getting your swagger G. A little league pitching, I'm hitting like Don Mattingly. Creating casualties, casually cause calamities. Cocky gets cowards constantly catching themselves caffeine. And why Swagger Kings remix the New York swag release. Put a toe tag on the remix and watch Swagger beat word.
Damn, what happened to the track? Got 8 motherfuckers left casual in the back. It's acapella, I don't even need a track. I'ma call my homie Nova, tell him bring the beat back. Funny how they act when you swag on zero. Get a couple mil, they approach like primo. Ladies made it hard like I'm Shaq on free throws. Now they see the chain and they on my beach, yo. Everybody mad, I'm on NY swag. Saying casuals this, saying casuals that. Homie, this is Michael May, I got casuals back. Cash told me tell the haters kisses NY ass. You ain't even gotta wonder who's bringing NY back from up under. Street corner motherfucker. If you need the proof, man, the proof is in the numbers.
All right, y'all. Welcome back. Hey, that's what you gotta do. Welcome back to the Hear Me Out podcast in association with True Hall of Fame Bills. I'm your host, Michael May, and today we're gonna dive right into this, y'all. We gotta dive right into this, cause this is spiraling out of control, right? Now, hear me, y'all. Hear me. Shout out to everybody. I'm gonna be reacting to their video today. I want y'all guys to understand something, right? What we gotta stop doing as a people. I want to start just like this. What we have to stop doing as a people, we have to stop pedestalizing celebrities, right? As a people, we have to stop pedestalizing these celebrities, because though I understand, listen, hear me. Shout out to Willie D. I'm going to go over his video first because I want y'all guys to understand something. Someone who deals and dabs in the street understands that this Fat Joe lawsuit and whatever the charges they're bringing against him, allegedly, all parties spoken about, everybody is innocent until proven guilty, not guilty until proven innocent. This is, I'm not on Joe's side. I'm not on the U.S. side. I'm on the side of the law. And I want to say something. The difference between this Diddy case and this Fat Joe case, there isn't a bunch of he said, she said. There is no trying to cipher between who said what, how is what, and what is this, and what is that. According to the transcript, according to the paperwork that is being presented by the courts, this is worse than Diddy's trial. I want to be clear. Now, I'm going to jump into some videos because even though this was Willie D's video from 3 days ago, I still want you to get the gist of something. Because even yesterday, Willie dropped the video and he was saying, why would you condone certain things? Now, this is where Willie D is 1,000% wrong. And though I do understand, if the two people we're speaking about is TA and Fat Joe, hear me. If TA was unsatisfied with the way he was being treated, then it is what it is. He said Fat Joe has more evidence against him than Diddy. That's why 100%. Here's the thing. There's a conversation between Pete, I'm a gentleman by the name of Pete, Percy, who is a well-known TS member, and another guy named Rich Player, Rich Dollar, whatever. There is actual audio recording. This is different. See, hear me. And I want to say this. This is what a lot of y'all niggas don't know. And this is the problem. Shout out to Hassan. Y'all see the lawsuit that's against Joe. But Fat Joe filed a lawsuit against this nigga first. Hold up. Time out. Flag on the play. Hold up. You see, because this is what people are forgetting. Joe put a lawsuit out first on TA, allegedly. But you got people out here talking about this guy did a lawsuit against Joe. That ain't gangster. So then what you saying is that Joe ain't a gangster. Hold up. See? This is why this show is called Game Over. This is why I titled this Game Over. Because I want you to understand. You can't sit there and say TA did a bitch move, but you don't say Joe did a bitch move. When Joe, if y'all niggas is handling shit in the street, then keep it in the street. You see, and this is where I gotta call it down the middle, because like I said, just because you guys didn't see it, just because you guys didn't hear about it, it doesn't mean that it didn't happen. So Joe files a lawsuit first, then TA comes behind him with the proof. Not only did TA come with the receipts, he came with multiple receipts. Now, this is where this stream is gonna get sticky, right? I want y'all guys to understand something, and I want y'all to pay attention. I'ma let, because I want you guys to understand. A lot of these guys, they like Joe. A lot of these guys met Joe. And a lot of these guys are going to stand by Joe. But I will say this again. I'm not with Joe, and I'm not with the prosecution. I am on the side of the law. And I will tell you this. There is a lot more against Joe than there is on Diddy. Now, I want to dive right in because I want you to hear the flip-flop shit that niggas try to play military mind games. Listen, now, I want you to understand this. Because Willie D could play these military mind games when it comes to Diddy, but you see, and I could tell that Willie, even yesterday's stream, he has not read the whole transcript. Everything in that lawsuit, he has not read it yet. And it's out there. Maybe he doesn't want to read it. Maybe he knows Joe is his man. Yes. Okay, come give me a kiss. You want to sleep? I love you. Okay? Good night. But let's listen up.
Fat Joe has been accused by Terrence Dixon, also known as TA, of engaging in coercive labor exploitation, financial fraud, sexual manipulation, violent intimidation, and psychological coercion. Dixon is seeking up to $20 million in damages.
This is the game changer that everybody have been asking for.
So basically this big button right here in the middle is to generate.
The lawsuit was filed in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York and was reviewed by the Independent. Dixon alleges that Fat Joe forced him into humiliating situations, including sex acts performed under duress and surveillance, accompanied by threats of abandonment in foreign countries if he refused compliance. Dixon.
Now, I do want to say this. I already did the live stream showing the thread between Percy and Pistol Pete, where Percy was like, yo, Pete, you was not there, so you don't know what happened. Nah, but he lying on Joe. He lying on my brother. I'ma say this again. We all read the transcript where Percy's like, fam, you wasn't there, Pete. You wasn't there. When this man was getting down with Joe, you was not there. But ready? If Joe would cancel somebody's flight, listen. If there is proof, I hope this man doesn't have the proof. So what is, now I don't know, I can't confirm. What it seems like is this. When Percy saw what was happening, the only way TA could have got this information is if he gave the information to this nigga hands on. That's the only the people. A conversation between Percy and another man. How does this guy have it? Let's keep going. Pay attention, y'all.
He was coerced into more than 4,000 sexual acts to maintain his standing within the enterprise. Do you know how many acts, 4,000? Do you know how much time it would take to complete 4,000 acts, sexual acts? Family. I ain't buying it. What's up, Sean Lunatic? I'm just not. This is a grown ass man who can't say no. A grown man who can't say no.
Now I'm gonna say this again. This is where Willie D is wrong. This is where he's wrong. Because once again, if you know that the nigga that you running with is gonna cancel your flights, so hold up. So let's do the math real fast. I'm gonna do the math for Willie. I'm gonna do what Willie refused to do. Hold up. Let's do this. Ready? So, if he's been rocking with Joe for 15 years, I just did the math for you. If he has almost 4,000 acts and Joe is constantly on the road, do the math. Do the math, Will. See, here's the thing. People don't want to do the math because they don't want their mans to be, on the ropes. They don't want to put their man on the ropes. I'm going to say this again. If I'm on tour with somebody and you already canceled my flight one time, you're showing me that you're trying to use shit against me to keep me close. This is how I'm making my money. So now you trying to jeopardize what I'm doing to get where I need to get. Now, sometimes, I will say this. In every other thing in life, see, this is what y'all guys don't want to understand. In everything in life, you gotta pay your dues. Ready? You want to join a biker club. You're a prospect. Maybe sometimes for the least a year, 2 years. When you want to sleep? Okay. Come on. Like, you're a prospect. Some of these companies, you work in a job. You don't get no benefits until a certain time. It takes you a while to become partner at the lawyer firm. Everything takes time. You gotta pay your dues. When you start working for corrections, they give you the shittiest hours, which is overnight. Or they'll give you that afternoon shift. They're gonna give you the worst of the worst. Bus drivers, you start overnight. Nope, you start overnight. They give you the trashiest hours. Why? Because you ain't earned nothing. That is what he is saying he's doing. Hey, I gotta put in my work to show niggas I'm valuable here. Hey, it is what it is. I've gave away thousands of songs free of charge. I ain't charged nobody because that's part of it. But I want you to understand. So here's the thing. Willie D ain't never been no artist. Willie D ain't no producer. So he doesn't understand. Ready? Well, I'll give you an example. The rumor is even in the WNBA, all those coaches, most of those chicks, they get down. And if you don't, and then this is one of the reasons why I heard a lot of these WNBA chicks, they don't like Caitlin Clark. Because why? She came out the gate. I got my husband, I got my kid, so she ain't a lily licker. She ain't going around here licking on no chicks. So she's working at a deficit. It is what it is. It's a part of the game. You got to get your name up. You got to put your work in. And I can't get mad if that's what he thought he was doing. And you ready? Even how in the text messages, when Pistol Pete and Percy was talking and he was like, yeah, it's going to be hard for him to prove that he wrote X. Bro, you're saying this in an audio recording, bruh. This makes you look bad, but let's keep letting Willie D talk. Hold up.
Over 4,000 times. 4,000 times.
Yep.
See, if I was a lawyer and somebody came to me with a case like that, I'd be like, man, you know what, bro? I don't even think I can defend this with a straight face. I don't think I can stand up in front of a jury and ask them to believe you with a straight face.
Now you ready? You see where he jumped to? The sexual acts. But he's not speaking about nothing else in that lawsuit, which is his life being threatened. See, this is where Willie's wrong. And this is what I be saying. Sometimes you gotta just stay quiet and stay at a certain business that you don't understand. Because unless you're actually gonna review the whole thing, don't say nothing. Because then what happens is this. Then you look like an asshole. Because now you out here, you saying 4,000 acts, come on, as a lawyer, but you know what? You didn't see the other, you didn't read the rest of it. You didn't read the rest of it. Of them throwing Cuban Link's name in the mix. You didn't read the rest of it. You didn't read the rest of it. Of Cuban Link's name thrown in the mix saying, you seen what happened to Cuban, right? Shout out to Cuban. I know who Cuban Links is. Like, Oh, you seen what happened to him. And you seen Percy giving Pistol Pete shit like, yo, y'all ain't say shit about Cuban. And Cuban walking around, and then he said, you ain't say shit when Tony Sunshine disrespected Joe. You ain't say shit. Hey, why isn't Willie talking about that? But now let's listen.
I can't even put my rep on this. I can't.
Raymond said, you right, bro. I like how your mind works. You right. They not looking at no one wants to look at the whole picture. Hit the like button, y'all. No one wants to look at the whole picture, because if they look at the entire picture, yo, my guy, you can just call me true, dogs. Just call me true. Like, ain't no need for you to start like getting all exaggerated. True is cool. Hear me. I want you to understand something. Maybe he knows Joe, and he don't want to ruffle no feathers. That's his business. But you can't sit up here and say it. Listen.
Put my rep on this. I'm not putting my rep on this, man. You know, it just seems like some of these lawyers are just, they don't do no research, or they don't even care to do research. They say, who did what?
And here's the next problem, y'all. Because most people don't want to believe that a man can be forced into sexual activities. That's the flip side. When a man, people, what was the case in New York City where the female parole officer was forcing these guys? She was a bitter old woman, and she was forcing these guys to perform on her. And if they didn't, she would falsely write something in their parole to get them back into jail. So these guys, people, there is something called the fear boner. There is something called the fear boner. Yes. But we live in a world where we think only a woman can experience such a thing. Okay. And then you'll be a clown. That's like, shout out to my brother Hassan Campbell. When he came out against Bombada, whatever the case was, people were like, but you a man. Why didn't you just say no? So you acting like, people, you do know that there are just as many male victims as there are female, right? You are aware of that, right? Right? You are aware of that, right? Y'all niggas gotta wake the fuck up. Y'all niggas is dumb as fuck. That's the problem. Because y'all niggas don't know shit.
What? Okay, come on, sit down. Tell me everything that happened. Okay, and he did what? Okay, so then he told you to come in the room. You say he told you to come in the room. He didn't grab your hand and pull you into the room? No, he didn't. Wait a minute. You're saying are you sure he didn't grab your hand and pull you into the room?
You see how dumb he sounds? You see, I'm going to show you how dumb Willie D sounds right here. He sounds so fucking stupid. Let me tell you why. Ready? If it's one thing men know, is why do you think we don't play touching games? Why do you think we don't play touching games? Because when men are around men, we know that the threat of violence is always present. This is why we don't play touching games. Why do you think when Nikola Jokic, remember, we all seen the video where somebody tapped him on the butt, he turned around and said, come on, man. I don't play like that. But some guys, it's sportsmanship, good job. But some dudes, they don't play like that. That's equivalent to like how sometimes you'll see guys, right? And they'll try to tap you in the back of your head. Fam, don't tap me in my head because I'm liable to put hands on you. But here's the difference between men. Men know that clear and present danger is always there. But let's keep rocking.
you know, in these type of cases,
If he walk into a room and all of Joe's goons is there and you outnumbered, what are you gonna do? Or you gotta be Iron Man now, right? Get the fuck out of here. This thing, yo, Will, listen, I'm usually with this man, but in this one right here, he sounds dumb as fuck.
it'll be
Fair
more
use.
believable if he grabbed your hand and pulled you into the room. Are you sure he didn't grab your hand and pull you into the room? Yeah, I think he grabbed my hand and pulled me into the room. You think or you know? I know? Okay, yeah, you know. So you know. I'll say, so he grabbed your hand and pulled you into the room.
So clearly he's reading something. Why didn't he read the rest of the lawsuit? Selective outrage, people. Selective outrage. Pay attention. Selective outrage.
Cynthia Craig. What's up, Cynthia Craig? Somebody just said that they believe. Who said that? Let me see who said that. T. Gallagher says, I believe he's capable of committing these acts, but having a specific number and not speaking out at the time is questionable. See, here's the deal. I couldn't say that I think that somebody is capable of committing these type of acts unless I know the character of the person. If I know the character of a person, I can tell you 100% unequivocally that this particular person is not capable of that. It's like the example that I gave yesterday about Michael Jackson. I don't believe Michael Jackson, the person, the human being who loved children with every fiber in his body. Michael Jackson was never a regular type of person. He wasn't even a regular type of human being. The man loved unconditionally. The man loved with all of his heart. The man was, he was one of them, a grown person who was very savvy businessman, but mentally, most people would say Michael Jackson was very much childlike. Mike was very protective of children. I don't believe that Michael Jackson is capable or ever was capable of harming one child. And plus, you know, for all of these allegations that were levied against Michael Jackson, you know, nobody ever came out and apologized, but many of them admitted that they lied, but they never apologized. They ruined that man's reputation. They still got people calling Michael Jackson a pedophile with absolutely no proof. You know, the FBI,
Now watch this.
Hi,
Watch
Mr.
this.
Wonderful here. You know, I don't waste time, and I definitely don't waste money. I joined Start Engine as a...
I think they said...
Because if he read the lawsuit, listen. This is how the feds are going to make this. Because right now it's just in civil court. Don't you think for 1 second that the feds are not going to pick this shit up right after Diddy? I told you, this is the reason why they just trying to get rid of Diddy, because they don't have enough proof. They have proof against Joe. But right now we're going to say allegedly he's accused of something. I want you to understand, there is proof that Fat Joe uses his team like a muscle. There is proof of it. There is proof of it. And you're going to see more of it today. But you ready? Willie D has not reported on it yet. Why? See, you know what it is? I ain't trying to save nobody. I keep telling y'all, I'm not on Joe's side. I'm not on the prosecution. I don't want to see nothing happen to nobody. But I'm not gonna be dumb neither. I'm not gonna sit here and be no pendejo. I'm nobody's pendejo. You're not gonna sit here and play these games. But now let's keep listening before I change the video. Hold up.
The FBI investigated Michael for like 10 years, never found one shred of evidence to support him violating anybody, let alone a child.
But you're about to see more proof that Joe likes to use violence and his crew likes to use violence against him. And now there's reports that you're going to hear today on this live stream that now Joe is like, nah, I've been separate myself from Pistol Pete and them guys. How are you going to say that when you're still with Rich Player every day? You were just with Rich Player at the fucking Knicks game when they were in the playoffs. You taking pictures with Pistol Pete on a boat, and now you saying, nah, I've been separate myself from those guys. Who you lying to? Who are you lying to? Let's keep going. People, this stream is about to get heavy. Heavy. Now, I will say, all parties are innocent until proven guilty, not guilty until proven innocent.
Now, you know, if the FBI investigate anything for 10 years, they're going to want a return on their investment. If they thought for one moment that Michael Jackson was guilty, if they had some evidence for one moment, Michael Jackson would have been under the prison. Because they ain't got no problem destroying a black man. They got no problem. I don't care how famous he is. They will destroy you. It's people that get off to destroying successful black men. The one little kid lied and said Michael Jackson had some type of mark on his testicles. They stripped Michael Jackson looking for this mark and could not find this mark. He said it was a birthmark, and they could not find it. They stripped him, humiliated him, could not find it. I think they just wanted to look at his nuts. If they would have had one shred of evidence against Mike, it would have been over. Over, man. It would have been over. Yeah, I don't believe Michael Jackson was capable of doing something like that. And I know the type of society that we live in, you know, and you know, fam, I'm suspicious of a lot of stuff. I'm suspicious. You know, I'm the one who said I keep, you know, looking over my shoulder and peeping around corners. You know what I'm saying? My mind's playing tricks on me. I said my mind's playing tricks on me, man. You know, so I'm suspicious. I be paranoid about a whole lot of things that go on in the world. And I studied Michael Jackson. I actually studied his behavior. I studied him. I profiled Michael Jackson. I don't think he's capable of doing something like that. And so,
so he studied Michael Jackson. He studied Michael Jackson. He needs to go study Fat Joe. That's what he needs to do. That's the only advice I got. Go do your homework first. You got to go do your homework first. You got to do your homework. Ready? Ready? Allegedly, the story with DMX. Allegedly, the story with DMX when he was going to do the show for Liza and Cuban, that allegedly Joe gave him the call like, yo, don't do that, man, because his name wasn't on it. And if it ain't through him, anything I got to do upon, first of all, you can't tell a wife not to do something in the name of her husband. But then when that story came out, and the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding because the event happened. But when people could say that phone call was made, you're gonna hear another person. People, if the feds or any kind of way are listening, we know Diddy's trial, they listening to all of us content creators. If they are listening with anything that comes to Joe, you would hear what Joe's personality is. Joe wouldn't pop up on you, but he'll send somebody like, yo, go squash that. Let's keep listening before I change the video.
Before I put something on somebody like that, I'd have to have some type of evidence that they were that type of person, or else I would just not say anything. I would not say I think the person is capable of doing something like that. Like, I wouldn't put something like that on a person, you know.
Like, you ready? He said, I wouldn't put something like that. Now, as somebody who spent time around MCs, auto clubs, water clubs, I could tell you sometimes the prospect, especially from what I've heard from the old timers, that back in the day, they used to give their prospects hell. Because you want to really see, sometimes when people are really about the movement, you want to see if they really there for the right reasons. There are people who are called hangarounds, right? They see they make the cut. If they don't, they gotta go. Whatever the case may be. People, I want you to understand something. The reason why people wouldn't believe that somebody getting into an MC or even the mob, allegedly they tell you on your day of birth, which obviously you get called up to be a made man. They tell you, you are to serve this family. This family comes first before your own family. Some would say, why would somebody do that? Because sometimes to be a part of something, that's what it means. So I'm not shocked that there is some kind of muscle being used to intimidate people to act in a way. I'm not shocked. What I'm just saying is, I didn't see that with Diddy. But if Willie D does his homework, even remotely for 10 minutes straight, he's going to see he has all the proof of the behavior that he needs. All the proof.
I'd either say I don't think they're capable, or...
Optry is a free consumer privacy tool that helps you remove...
This nigga's trying to treat Joe like a woman.
Private info from the web.
This nigga's weird. He trying to treat Joe like he a woman. Like, nah, I don't believe it. Like, y'all guys see that one beautiful girl and you think that, nah, she ain't get dogged out. Niggas ain't run no trains on her. No, niggas was out there chugga choo choo. Niggas was out there choo training. Stop playing. Nah, not her. She's special. She's great. My nigga, her. Yes, her. Should be crazy. That niggas be weird.
They're capable if I got some information that can support them being capable of that.
Which TA has the information to support. If this man did any work, any kind of research, he would know. But let's keep going.
Yeah, I think he's capable of doing. Or otherwise, I'll just not say anything. Because these are serious allegations, man. And you're messing with...
So Willie just said, or else he won't say anything. So then Willie shouldn't be talking on this discussion right here. Willie should not be speaking on this discussion. Because if Willie went... Just Google it. Look up the file. Look up the transcript. Look at the paperwork. It's already out there. If he did a little, even the slightest bit, but you ready? You know what he did? He went and did, like he said, Fat Joe responds to bombshell allegations. He's only doing videos of how Fat Joe is responding. He's not properly covering this case. I'm just saying, let's keep listening though.
With people's lives. When people jump in these comments and say things about people who've been accused of SN somebody, violating people and stuff, these are serious allegations, man. So you can't take this type of stuff lightly. You can't take it lightly. Yeah, so anyway, fam, Fat Joe has denied the allegations against him made by TA, otherwise known as Terrence Dixon, his former hype man. Family, imagine. You know, another thing, I just can't get over. I can't get over how people so close to these guys that are being taken down and are trying to be taken down. I just can't get over the betrayal. These are people that you allowed into your life, in your personal space, and they gave them positions that 1 million people would have begged to have.
Look, listen, look what Willie D just, yo, this is the dumbest video. This is the dumbest video I think he's ever done. People, he just said it. Millions of people would have loved to have. Same thing like Diddy. There's millions of women who would do anything to get down with Diddy. Right? Right? The difference is this. When it's a man and a man is about his money, there comes a time that you just can't play with a man's money. And if a man is working for you, he expects his payment. That's how all of us men should be operating. But let's keep listening.
I mean, these are people, these are assistants. Your hype man, your manager, personal assistants. These are people that know you, that been around you for real. Your hype man spend hundreds of hours around you, thousands of hours around you.
So you ready? Hear me. Hear me. Ready? Let me give you some examples. Pay attention, because some of y'all gonna get sensitive. Some of y'all gonna get sensitive. All right, listen, y'all. If you one of them sensitive people, get out. Get out right now. If you sensitive and you get emotional, oh my God, oh no, oh no. Get out. I'm giving you the chance to get out. Good. 2, 3 just left. Perfect. Now let's start. Listen to me. Ready? The locks. We all know Jada Kiss is the main person, right? The main person tends to put his people on. The locks. Styles P, Sheik Luch, none of them niggas is struggling. Ready? 50 Cent. His man Tony Ayo. He's not struggling. Jay-Z. I ain't talking about Damon Dash. There's this dude that run with him named Rel. I believe he used to be a producer something. He ain't struggling. Busta Rhymes. Flip Mode. His homie ain't struggling. Do you still want me to do this? Should I continue to go on? Eclipse. Even though one of the brothers stopped rapping, the one brother still holds down the other brother, still taking care of the brother. Should I keep going? Do you need... Ready? Eminem. The whole D12 is still eating. The niggas that was there with him, they still eating. Eminem, people take care of the people that are around them. Fat Joe. Who eating? And let's be clear, Remy Ma was hot before Joe came and got her. In case y'all guys don't know, Remy Ma was fire before Joe came and got her. how are the goons more taken care of than the people who are actually helping you to provide for your goons? People, hear me. If you don't mind, let me tell y'all a funny story. There is somebody I used to work with in the industry that everybody used to call this man a moron. They used to literally call him a moron. They would always tell me, you're not going to go nowhere because the guy that you're working with, he's a moron. No one's going to put you on because you're fucking with him. You know, my loyalty is it is what it is, but you know what? I didn't know that they were just using him as a street dude. They were just using him. People, no one's going to put the muscle on. No one's going to put the muscle on. No one's going to make the muscle stronger than the money. Why? You seen what happened with Scarface. You seen what happened with Scarface. When the muscle runs into the money, he'll run over things. That's how it works. But let's keep listening before I change the video.
This dude was his hype man for a long time.
More than his hype man. Songwriter, writing his raps, XYZ. And he could throw the hands.
I just can't get over the betrayal. I'm going to tell you something, fam. Even if I'm around somebody.
And here's the funny thing. Everybody's blaming TA, but Fat Joe sued him first. Why isn't anybody saying that? Fat Joe sued him first because he's on YouTube talking XY. He sued him first. He's just responding. But nobody called Joe pussy when he filed that lawsuit. But then when TA filed the lawsuit, yo, handle it like men in the street. Joe didn't handle it like a man in the street. I'm just saying. Let's just call it let's call a spade a spade. If you're gonna sit here and call somebody pussy because he filed a lawsuit, then you saying let's handle it in the street. But your man filed the lawsuit first to try to silence me. So is that pussy? I'm just throwing it in the air. I want you guys to use your brain. But now, let's move on to the next. Because I want to play something for y'all, right?
The following Instagram message from the
Hold up.
defendant's henchman, Pistol Pete, burner account, Pablo Escobar. The following Instagram message from the defendant's henchman, Pistol Pete, burner account, Pablo Escobar.
Listen.
Guarantees that he will give TA $150. This is the same Pistol Pete who promised Percy that nobody is going to stab him or who's going to stab him up. I'm giving $150. That's my word. Suck my stick. What's up? The plaintiff believes that Pistol Pete or one of his minions.
So this is his burner account. Ready? Watch. Watch. People, don't go nowhere. This is what Willie D didn't. This is people, it's out there. Why didn't Willie D do his homework first before streaming? Watch this.
We'll try to give him $150 if they ever.
He said, I'm going to give you $150. That's a threat directly from Fat Joe's man.
Run into
Let's keep listening.
Pistol Pete used several burner Instagram accounts to send direct threats and threats of violence and threats of violence on the defendant's behalf, including but not limited to Dr. Shavag. I think that's what that is. Shavag? I don't know. And the following message from Pistol Pete confirms that Dr. Shavag Instagram accounts belongs to him. You are not the real Pistol Pete. And this nigga sends him a video of himself, bro.
Who thinks that this shit is not worse than Diddy? This nigga sends him a video. He sends him a video threatening the nigga. You cannot make this shit up, people.
Why would you do that? Oh, no.
Listen.
Oh. Man. These niggas is in trouble. Instagram Live on YouTube. The link is in my story if y'all want to see this on the screen. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
People, the feds, this is what they do. You file a lawsuit in civil, and if the feds see anything, that's what happened to Diddy. A civil lawsuit, they check everything and go, ooh, this is a case. Get it. People, I promise you this. This is going to end bad.
Do you want to fight? You don't want to fight, though. You are a pussy. You super pussy. I'm telling you, I got you. Then he sends him a voice note. Oh, no.
Why would he... Oh, my fucking gosh, bro. Then he sends the nigga a voice note to confirm he is who.
Your baby mother said you's a homo thug. Now blow that whistle. Yeah. Yeah, she know better. And he laughing at him. Plato believes that Pistol Pete's brazen stupidity to out himself is evidence of the defendant's determination to kill or physically harm the plaintiff. In the following Instagram message, Pistol Pete warns TA that he has 48 hours to fall back. Can't wait. I got something for any one of you niggas. The day happens, I'm very far from pussy. Ask your man's homie hiding behind a fake account. The summons turned up for Joe, nigga. You got 48 hours to fall back, yeah? You been warned, son.
Do y'all guys see why I said Willie D was wrong? Because all this is out, people. It's already out there. But people want to have selective reporting because it's Joe. Listen, Diddy is bigger than Joe. If I'm talking about Diddy, nigga, I'm going to talk about Joe.
So what happened? Fall back. I've been waiting. Y'all niggas ain't doing nothing yet. Stop with the talk. Stop with the tough talk, yeah? I got something special for you. You want that street credit? The plaintiff perceived this message as a threat that if he failed to fall back, that he would be killed. In the following Instagram message, Pistol P informs the plaintiff that it doesn't matter if plaintiff has Jesus Christ with him, that TA is food, and the Cartagena Rico Enterprise will eat. I'm not playing with you at all. I'm telling you what I'm going to do to you, so beware. I'm far from pussy. And I'm going to give it to you. For sure, nigga.
Now this is him defending himself. If you're gonna come at somebody with a burner account, you better be ready.
Keep playing. Oh yeah, Pito, Conga is with me. And then he calls him, and the call ends. You can have Jesus with you, nigga. You fool, and we gonna eat. Whatever you say.
Now y'all already know. The feds know what food is. The feds know. If you look at all the documentaries, this man, I'm telling y'all, they gonna try to hurry up and get rid of this Diddy shit, cause the southern district of New York is about to have a fucking field day with this shit.
You put that video up, and I'm gonna make you pay in the worst way, pussy nigga.
So I guess if the video that he has, you put that video up. All right.
I see a criminal Rico coming in 5, 4, 3, 2. Yo, this is.
He not lying.
This is no bueno. No bueno, papa. The plaintiff perceives this message as a blatant death threat, as Pistol Pete made it very clear that he intends to make you, the plaintiff, pay in the worst way. Defendant completes his menacing orchestrated campaign of social media threats directed at the plaintiff by accident. Don't you think people got to be made an example of so others will understand not to cross? Oh, this.
People, he is absolutely laying out the Rico case. This nigga's like, hold on, wait. Let me fluff the pillows up. Hold on, wait. I want to hug them so they're nice and warm. Lay them down. Come lay down. Come. The nigga is laying out Rico like nothing else, bro. This nigga here, bro. He said, don't you think people gotta be made an example of? He said, yup, that's what I'm doing. Right. See? He gotta bite back. He got all these different burner accounts. So hear me, look. You see now it's a different name? Cause he had to make another account to reach out to him. This nigga TA was recording every fucking thing.
Fat Joe allegedly again. Don't you think people got to be made an example of? Yep, that's what I'm doing to you. So others will understand not to cross. 100. You are a big one. The plaintiff perceives this threat from the defendant as guaranteed that he will either
this shit
be
keeps going
or physically harmed, as the defendant is left with no choice but to make an example of him.
These are not isolated statements. They mirror the violence.
Niggas like Fat Joe and them, they got to be careful. Because this nigga, y'all remember the nigga Gene? Talking about, yeah, them terror squad niggas, they gonna get you, choke. Them terror squad niggas, them niggas got a bag on your head. Niggas like Gene. Now, I had my cousins step to Fat Joe about Gene's threats. Gene is on YouTube talking about the terror squad niggas got a bag on my head and them niggas is looking for me, right? I'm not saying that to get involved in this. I'm just saying, niggas like Gene who run their mouth sat there on YouTube on several occasions and said that the terror squad had bags on my head and them niggas was after me, right? Now, I had the Pistol Pete nigga ask one of my niggas from Edenwall about me. And then I had my cousin go and talk to Joe personally about that shit, right? But when they start going through these niggas' phones and all this shit, it's probably more niggas than TA that's been threatened.
And here's the thing. If they turn around and they like, that was an old phone, I don't have that phone no more. No. That makes you look worse. Let's keep reading.
But thanks to niggas like Gene getting on the YouTube and telling about niggas had a bag on my head, he's not making it easier for these niggas at all. I gotta stop saying the N-word.
Yep.
These are not isolated statements. They mirror the violent enforcement practices historically employed by the enterprise to eliminate threats and enforce loyalty. Similar acts included the stabbing of a rival is referred to as ketchup. The redacted of the boyfriend of the defendant's child's mother, Brenda. Plaintiff confronted the defendant, Cartagena, about this incident via Instagram Messenger, and the defendant, Cartagena, via his second burner account, warned the plaintiff to step back and to fall back. Warning. On top of the other ones, what happened to the Brenda, the blood, or the ketchup? Your baby mama, what happened? Step back. What happened? Your baby mama, what happened? Nah, what happened? Fall back. It is important to note that the defendant, Cartagena, never denied plaintiff's insinuations. Prior beatings and redacted were committed on the defendant's order or at his instigation. The threats and actions detailed above collectively constitute multiple violations of federal and state law and form clear predicate acts of racketeering activity. Specifically, the conduct of the defendant, Cartagena, and his senior enforcers, including the solicitation of violence against the plaintiff, constitutes
Appreciate that.
federal witness tampering and retaliatory threats in violation of 18 U.S.C. for attempting to intimidate, threaten, or harm a known witness to prevent further disclosure of criminal activity. Conspiracy and attempted assault under New York law, where my cousin did talk to Fat Joe, and silence victims. And just to be clear, where my cousin did talk to Fat Joe, I don't know what their conversation, how it went, but when my cousin called me back, he said, yo, just leave the billionaire nigga alone. We know who the hell they talking about when they tell me to just leave the billionaire nigga alone. So clearly, when Joe was coming at me Talking about these bum ass Rockefeller niggas on YouTube. Blah, blah,
See? This is all showing behavior. Now I want to I want to play this real fast. I want to say shout out to this dude. Hear me? See, because this is what Willie D was supposed to do. Before I get to the next one, hold up. There's a dude right here named War. His page, his title is called Nasty Work, Fat Joe and TA. Whatever, I ain't saying that out loud, but I want you to hear this. Listen to what he says. This man came out and was like, yo, this is crazy, this is wrong, this is a lie, this is this. I want y'all to hear something real fast.
This woke and ready TV, like this video.
So this is him responding to Choke No Jokes video, because Choke is going through every step of the lawsuit. I want you to hear what Willie D's gonna have to do.
This channel, hit the bell so you'll be notified when I drop some new content. Yo, I was on the internet, and you know, I was on YouTube scrolling. I see Choke No Joke. He's live reading the whole transcripts of this TA and Fat Joe document. I'ma just say this, man. The way Fat Joe is being described is very nasty. It's nasty work, man. And he's looking worse than Diddy. He's like on the same level of Diddy, if not worse, man.
Yep.
The shit he just read, it was just disgusting. And I don't think the dude, TA, whatever his name is, I don't think he will lie about this. Listen to this shit for yourself.
with JJ, and this nigga's in her culo. That's too close for comfort, baby.
Too close.
That is too close for comfort.
Check this out.
Wow.
Check this out.
Fat Joe was very excited. Screamed about how long he waited to do it. While Fat Joe was outwardly bragging, TA felt sick as his genitals inadvertently brushed against Fat Joe's.
They out here brushing balls, B. They some weirdos.
What happens when niggas is running triz? Listen, and here's the thing. You heard what he said. I don't think a nigga gonna lie about no shit like this. Listen, people, hear me. Men lie about a lot of shit. Oh yeah, we lie about a lot of shit. A man's not gonna blatantly come out and say that shit on paperwork. He's not gonna do it. Let's listen to Choke No Joke. I think he was live streaming right now. Let's listen to Choke.
Oh, extortionate. My bad. Dixon and Blackburn's campaign of false, extortionate accusations and threats to file a fabricated lawsuit against Fat Joe and Fat Joe's response to those actions. The second filed action is, in essence, a core component of the first filed action, with Dixon and Blackburn reasserting the same allegations that prompt Cartagena's first filed action. But they didn't file it first.
See, that's where Choke went wrong. Because Choke doesn't know Fat Joe filed the lawsuit first to silence TA. Because TA was coming on YouTube. Because if you read the transcript, you'll see that Pistol Pete and Percy were having conversations talking about, yo, this nigga all over the internet talking, whatever the case may be. Why he handling it like that? Because he can't handle it. And mind you, I went through the whole transcript where Percy was like, nah. He reached out to Fat Joe. Fat Joe didn't want to hear him. He's like, yo, but Percy, but how do you know? He was like, Pete, you not there. I was there, Pete. Listen, this is bad, y'all. Listen.
They didn't file it first. He did.
No, you're wrong, Choke.
Accordingly, because Dixon should have asserted these claims as a compulsory counterclaims and third-party claims in the first file action, the court should either stay or dismiss the second file action.
And I will say this, y'all, trust me. You see TA here with the TS chains on and all, people. That's what some of these celebrities try to do. They try to make you feel a part of something. Let you put their chains on. Let you go on stage and you feel like, I'm down.
Without prejudice. To Dixon refiling his claims as a counterclaims and third-party claims in the first filed action. Once a court becomes aware that an action on its docket involves a claim that should be a compulsory counterclaim, let me make sure I'm saying that right. Compulsory.
It's crazy.
Compulsory involves a claim that should be a compulsory counterclaim and another pending federal suit. It will stay. Wait, what does that mean? Required by or as if by law. Having the power of forcing someone to do something. Once a court becomes aware that an action on its docket involves a claim that should be a compulsory counterclaim and another pending federal suit, it will stay its own proceeding. And then it gives a case law. Dismissing the filed action and stating that when faced with what is this word? I don't know what these words mean. I gotta look so I know what I'm talking about.
You're trying to read through the docket.
What does this mean? Duplicate? What?
I can't lie. The reason why I'm giving them a chance, because y'all guys don't understand. These lawyers talk a different language. They be like, the serpentity of the rendering of the triceratops of the morphineus. Like, you'll be like, what the fuck did you just say? Or I just said the conversation that went between you and the plaintiff. Why the fuck couldn't you just say that in English? Like, they use these fucking $78 words. Should be crazy in court. Give the man a chance.
Duplicate. What? Duplicative. I guess that means more than one. Duplicative. Faced with a duplicative litigation in an earlier filed action as here, or dismiss a proceeding rests within the district's judge discretion. C, in the alternative, both lawsuits should be deemed related, in which case Cartagena will promptly move to consolidate them. At minimum, the cases should be deemed related. Rule 13A2, the rules for the division of business provide
13A2, that's in Diddy's case,
that civil cases are related where the interests of justice and efficiency will be served. As set forth, four factors for determining relatedness. A, whether the actions concern the same or substantially similar parties, property, transactions, or events. B, whether there is substantial factual overlap. C, whether the parties could be subjected to conflicting orders.
Well, you're taking a question
and or
there.
D, whether absent a determination of relatedness, there would be substantial duplication of effort and expense, delay, or undue burden on the court parties or witnesses. All four factors are satisfied here. First, both cases involve the same core parties, Cartagena, Dixon, and Blackburn. The only meaningful difference is the alignment of the parties as the plaintiff and the defendant, but the underlying dispute and the core individuals involved are substantially similar. Cartagena submits that the additional parties sued by Dixon have no place in this action, but in any event, their in conclusion centers on the same fact at issues in the core of the dispute. So he's trying to get Rich the Player, Pistol Pete, he's trying to get them niggas away from him in this lawsuit, which is kind of late because this shit is public. Second, as discussed above, the factual allegations in both lawsuits arise from Dixon's and Blackburn's campaign of false, extortionate accusations and threats against Fat Joe and Fat Joe's response to those actions. This is thus a substantial, if not complete, factual overlap between the cases. Third, the second filed lawsuit is baseless and is baseless. The second filed lawsuit is baseless and is a parcel of Dixon and Cartagena's ongoing extortion scheme. However, even assuming arguendo, I think that's that word. Yeah, arguendo, meaning for the sake of argument. However, even assuming arguendo, for the sake of argument, that the second filed lawsuit were to proceed beyond the pleading stage, which it should not, in parentheses, both the first filed action and the second filed action would involve the same witnesses, the same evidence, and the resolution of many of the same legal and factual issues. Likewise, there is a risk of inconsistent or conflicting rulings if the cases proceed to trial at different times and before different juries. Allowing these actions to proceed separately.
Yo. People, this shit is funny. You heard the lawsuit, how Joe's trying to separate himself from everybody. Bro, this nigga Joe, dead ass, scrubbed his entire Instagram. Bruh, the nigga scrubbed his entire Instagram. Bro, I'm back. Bro. This nigga scrubbed it all the way back. This is the first picture he got with Pistol Pete, him, and Rich Player. Yo, the nigga scrubbed his entire gram. Bruh, they just showed a picture of these niggas together the other day. It was the other day. The nigga scrubbed everything. Like, I haven't been around them niggas in forever. This nigga's not playing. Yo. This nigga really scrubbed, bro. The nigga scrubbed his entire gram. Wow. This is bad. TA already got text messages, y'all. Listen, I'm gonna let y'all go. I ain't gonna hold y'all any longer, people. This is awful. Bruh. Now he's trying to separate himself. Bro, all they gotta do is go watch the New York Knicks game. Go watch the NBA playoffs. They were there. Bruh. This is crazy. This is crazy. Oh, shit. Listen, y'all, I'm going to let y'all go. This shit's going to get more and more exciting, and I'm here for it. I'm going to keep y'all all the way posted throughout the whole process. You heard? Ya tu sabe. Love y'all. See y'all in the next one. We out of here. Wepa.